All right, folks, buckle your emotional seatbelts because President Spraytan Lazarus is back from the dead with another episode of I Don't Know Her, starring Ghislaine Maxwell, the world's worst girl boss.
This is
and the
gonna be
reporter
good.
asks the simplest question. Sir, have you ruled out a pardon for Ghislaine Maxwell? And Trump answers like a man trying to cheat on a multiple choice test he wrote himself.
Mr. President, have you ruled out a pardon for Ghislaine Maxwell?
I haven't even thought about it. I mean, I haven't thought about it for months. Maybe I haven't thought about it at all. You're just asking me a question. But I don't talk about that. I don't rule it in or out. I don't even think about it.
Maybe. I haven't thought about it. Maybe I have. Maybe I haven't. Maybe this is a McDonald's drive-thru. Who knows? What? My brother in Christ. Sir, just answer the damn question. Trump answered that like a magic 8-ball that got head trauma from getting dropped down the stairs. Reply hazy, brain empty, try again. There should never be a maybe anywhere near this topic. Maybe is only meant for casual level decisions like, want to see a movie later? Maybe. Feel like going out to dinner? Maybe. Not. Should a convicted international child sex trafficker be pardoned and walk free? That's not a maybe. That's no. Absolutely not. Never in a million years. Next question.
On Epstein, sir, Marjorie Taylor Greene, the congresswoman, was on CBS News. She was talking about how the files should be released. We anticipate that a vote will happen in the House. I know you wrote about the investigation today.
I don't care about it, released or not. What I think you should do, if you're going to do it, then you have to go into Epstein's friends. This Reid Hoffman spent a lot of time on the island. I was never on his island. Bill Clinton went there supposedly 28 times. You're going to have to look into his friends because, you know, if they're going to do that, and I think the perfect guy to do it would be Southern District, somebody like Jay Clayton. I understand that's who's been assigned.
I got this one, John. He said, I don't care. Oh, okay. The Epstein files is one of the biggest scandals in modern American history. A file list that could sink an entire continent. And his response was, I don't care? Sir, you care about crowd sizes like they're your blood pressure. You care about your tie length like it's classified intelligence. You care about people being nice to you like it's global diplomacy. You care about your spray tan like it's the national color palette. You care about remembering 5 words on an IQ test like you discovered electricity. You care about saying Merry Christmas like it's a constitutional right you personally wrote. You care about your Diet Coke button like it's life support. You care about light bulbs like they're plotting a smear campaign. You care about dishwashers like they're committing treason. You care about drizzle on your hair like it's a natural disaster. You care about windmills like they personally wronged your ancestors. You care about MAGA hat sales like you're running a failing Etsy shop. You care about tall people next to you like they're foreign operatives. You care about your hand size like it's tied to the Dow Jones. You care about calling random objects beautiful like you're hosting HGTV for dictators. But the Epstein files? The files that could possibly contain your name, your friends' names, your donors, your pilots, your golf buddies, those files, suddenly you're a Buddhist monk who has transcended earthly attachments. Give me a break. Next question.
But does the congresswoman have a point, though?
Does Marjorie Taylor Greene have a point?
Does she have a point, though?
I know nothing about her.
On the release of the files. All the files.
Well, they can have whatever they want. They already do. I think they have 50,000 pages already. Look, this is a Democrat hoax. This is a hoax put out by the Democrat, and a couple of few Republicans have gone along with it because they're weak and ineffective. But this is a Democrat hoax to get away from the fact that they just lost the shutdown and they've lost the elections. They've lost the big election, to me, in a record number. They lost the popular vote. They lost the swing states. They lost everything. I think it was 312 to 220 something. So this is a way of not talking about that. It's a hoax. This is no different than Russia. And it's headed up by Democrats and some very weak Republicans.
Trump says she can have whatever she wants, but the Epstein files are a Democrat hoax. My God, This man could see a meteor crashing into Earth and still blame Democrats for weaponizing gravity. He could watch a volcano erupt and blame Democrats for heating the Earth too aggressively. He could get struck by lightning and blame Democrats for rigging the sky. He could trip on his own shoelaces and blame Democrats for loosening American footwear. He could lose at Uno and blame Democrats for illegal card stacking. He could spill his Diet Coke and blame Democrats for unsecured soda borders. He could forget where he parked and blame Democrats for stealing Republican parking spaces. He could sneeze and blame Democrats for releasing woke pollen. He could drop his phone and blame Democrats for weakened patriotic hand grip strength. Every scandal is a hoax. Epstein files, Democrat hoax. Taxes, Democrat hoax. His reflection in a mirror, Democrat hologram trying to intimidate me. The funniest part? He tries to claim the Democrats made this up to distract from losing the shutdown. Sir, the shutdown? You sound like a man bragging he won at Monopoly, but at a family dinner nobody attended.
Just wondering if you have a timeline.
Very few.
Timeline for when you might release more of those files.
Which ones?
Democrats to Epstein.
I don't know about those files. I know nothing about it, but I understand they released like 40 or 50,000 pages already. And nobody, I will say this, if they had anything, they would have used it before the election. Okay? I can't tell you what they put in since the election, but if they had anything, you don't think they would have used it before the election? They would have gladly used it before the election.
I don't know anything about it. Interesting. He said that about COVID, taxes, classified documents, hush money, student debt, tariffs, his own children probably. And now he's saying it about the one man he used to party with in Palm Beach. Sir, how do you go from I know nothing to here's the exact publishing data in the same breath? That's not a denial. That's a spoiler alert. He's treating I don't know anything like it's executive privilege. You can't claim ignorance and then drop the audiobook runtime. Nobody tells you it's 50,000 pages unless someone knows you're sweating over page 12. It's like saying, I've never seen the movie, but the villain dies on page 403. That's not innocence, that's nervous book club energy.
Jennifer, go ahead.
Why were you, or why was your team encouraging Congresswoman Boebert and Congresswoman Mace to not pursue
Because
this?
we think it's bad to talk about it because it gets away from the subject of how well the Republicans are doing. We have the greatest economy. We have the largest investment ever made in our country's history. We have all of these great things happen. We have very little inflation, whereas he had record-setting, the biggest inflation in history. All of these things are good. And when you talk about the Epstein hoax, what happens is you're not talking about how well we've done. And that's the whole purpose behind them. They want to waste people's time, and some of the dumber Republicans like that. Mr. President, on that subject, it's mostly Democrats.
Trump actually said, because it gets away from how great the Republicans are. Sir, the question was about child sex crime files, and your answer was basically, it doesn't poll well. He said, we have the greatest economy and littlest inflation. Sir, you lied so hard on this one that even your lies had to sit down and take a water break. I think you're going to have to pay them overtime and give them a pardon while you're at it to be on the safe side. Imagine being so allergic to accountability that you swat Epstein questions away like mosquitoes at a picnic.
With Bill Clinton, with the president of Harvard, who you know, who that is, Summers, Larry Summers, whatever his name is, and all of the other people that he spent time with. Jeffrey Epstein and I had a very bad relationship for many years. But he also saw a strike because I was president. So he dictated a couple of memos to himself. Give me a break. You're going to find out what did he know with respect to Bill Clinton, with respect to the head of Harvard, with respect to all of those people that he knew, including J.P. Morgan Chase. Yeah, Jennifer, go ahead. Go ahead.
Incriminating in the file, sir.
Venezuela,
Why
sir?
not? Why acting as
Quiet, McGee.
on Venezuela, sir? You've had a lot of meetings on Venezuela.
This is the political equivalent of saying, me? At the bank robbery? No, that wasn't me. I was just depositing a check. He goes, he wrote memos to himself. You have to look into all his friends. Clinton, Harvard guy, J.P. Morgan, everybody but me. but especially Clinton. I know him well. Sir, you are naming everybody on the island guest list like you're reading the credits of a Marvel movie except yourself. You know who else writes memos to themselves? People who need proof for court. People who know exactly who they're dealing with. And this man has the audacity to say, investigate everyone but me? Give me a break.